1 anchors away, folks. I am the Mighty Plantain, and I think this is the first time I've done a brew from Anchor Brewing on the channel. This is their San Franpsycho IPA. It says here it's a juicy IPA brewed with peach and apricot. And San Franpsycho is a community-based apparel brand making waves in San Francisco since 2001. Anchor Brewing is out of San Francisco, by the way. Yeah, I don't think I've had anything from these guys on the channel before. So I feel like I should be doing them the courtesy of putting them in a nice tasting glass. But again, those glasses are on the bottom of a pile of boxes here in this temporary living arrangement I have. I am working on getting a beer glass or two, but there aren't any really good ones in the stores around here, so I'm having them delivered through eBay purchases. Anyway, that's coming up. I promise. Beers will be getting the proper respect pretty soon here. Not that you probably haven't already seen a couple of videos here and there from the old digs, because again, this is a temporary living arrangement, and I have filmed many videos that I have not posted yet from the old place. Anyway, that's enough about that. Let's talk about the actual beer. It looks cloudy through the bottle. Again, I'd love to put this in a glass so I could tell you for sure, but it does look cloudy in the bottle. There's a little bit of a sweet fruitiness coming up from there. It's a nice medium light mouthfeel. There's a bit of a dankness to it up front. Just a dank hoppiness up front. It gets a little sweet, and there are some very, very faint notes of the peach and apricot. Yep, there's the peach and apricot. Maybe a hint of citrus, some fruity hop notes, a little bit of earthiness in the finish. So it's interesting. It's interesting and different. It's very, very subtle in terms of all the different flavors that I'm describing. They're not up front. They don't hit you, in the face. There's a bit of peach and apricot coming through in the finish. I think that the peach and apricot, those fruits actually have a little bit of a slight bitterness to them. And I think it's getting, their overall flavor is getting masked by the hop profile, and then in the finish, that little bit of peach and apricot fruitiness is coming through. At least for me. It's a good solid beer. All the specific things that you're looking for are kind of subtle and muted, at least in my experience, which is just this one beer. But yeah, the more I let it linger on the palate and the more I talk, getting some airflow over that palate, the peach and the apricot are coming through more. I think what really happens with some of these other subtle fruit flavors is that with a hoppy beer, the hop oils kind of rest on the palate, and you got to get that airflow going in order to actually get those subtle tastes. But that's just a passing thought. It's a decent beer. It's not great, it's not blowing me away, but it is definitely above average. I think I gotta hit this with a 3 out of 5. I'm not quite ready to bump it up to the 3.5, but bear in mind, on a scale of 1 to 5, a 2.5 is average, so a 3 out of 5 put this at a slightly above average place. It's just that some of the flavors I'm expecting are a little too subtle. They're not coming right out for me, and the hop profile is just giving me a big mouthful of hoppy bitterness that's not giving me too many subtle notes. I'm getting a bit of dankness up front and maybe some earthiness in the finish, but not enough to really definitively say that those flavors are standing out. So, you know, 3 out of 5 is a respectable, slightly above average showing. Not a bad beer. Make sure to hit me up down in the comments, the email link down below. Let me know what you have to say about this particular beer if you've had it. Like to know if you're on the same page with me or if you disagree in any way, shape, or form. Love to hear that, because I like it when people get a different flavor experience from beer than I do, and sometimes maybe it just has to do with presentation and prep. Anyway, while you're down there, make sure to hit me up with a like and a share. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Once you do that, you'll get a notification whenever I post a new video after the subscription. Until next time, folks, thanks for tuning in, and cheers.